All right. Good morning, afternoon, Principal of IT folks, or Practicum of IT. We're going to talk about detailed design, and hopefully this is helpful to you. So we've done our test cases, we've done our requirements, we're designing the game. We are at the last step before you actually get some coders on board to help you out with your assignment. Um, so let's look at it. So this is a requirements um, use case diagram, and so you're looking at your actions and your actors. So then, when we look at the use cases, um, these will be grouped into major ideas or major players, and so our classes generally will be things that are um, will be like our nouns, and so we'll have like grants. If we were looking at just these two right here, we'd have like a student. We'd have a financial institution to interact with. We'd probably write a grant class and a loan class because they're handled differently. We may use an inheritance with them, but uh, yeah. So but we would start writing our classes based on the basics of what the of what the action is. This says that there should be like 5 classes in your design. That doesn't have to be true for y'all. The games that y'all are doing, you might have 3 or 4, but we'll see. If you want a really good count, you could look at Speed Racer or Bob Jumps, and you can see how much we can do with just 3 or 4 simple classes. So, um, so every class needs to have minor actions the program to do. So like if you have a class that just read in stuff, so you could have all your input in a single class if you wanted to, and it would do things like get names of files, tell you if files exist, get a scanner for that file and return it to you, things like that. So you can have functional classes, and then you can have like object-based classes, like so for y'all like Bob and Block. I don't think I called it Bob. I think we called it Dude in Bob Jumps. But the blocks, the coins, those are all classes that we wrote that were like for objects. So you can either have action-based classes, or you can have object-based classes. And then every object has its own variables they're going to store, and this will let us compartmentalize a lot of the concepts. And so you can think about the thing like, what do you want? So like a coin, for example. What do you want the coin to be able to hold? So maybe it holds like its color, maybe it holds like a value, maybe it holds um, what image it will use to display it, its x and y coordinates, stuff like that, and maybe spawn time if you have a timer on it, something like that. So you have variables that your classes will hold, and yeah. And so then you would have a detailed design. And so you draw these boxes. The top box is all the variables you want, and the bottom box is all of the things that you want it to be able to do. So, um, and this is something that you can hand off to a group of coders. You could divvy up, and then coders could just sit there and type it out. So, like if you give one of your classmates, so easy one, the credit card class. This is like 5 lines of code. Uh, well, it's probably more than that. It's probably like 30, but it's gonna be pretty short. The credit card will, because it's just gonna have credit card and it's gonna have 4 variables. You'll have a constructor. Um, and then you'll have probably some getters and setters in there. Um, so anyway, you are going to design classes for your peers that are in year 3, the AP Computer Science A, to write. And they're going to write the game that you design, because in your world, we are getting you ready to not only be coding, but also be ready to know what those documentations look like, so you can go out and work in the field. So, so you're going to take your your requirements and look and see, like, what do I need? You kind of start building those out, and you're not actually going to write any of the code. You're just writing out what it's going to look like. So that is your next major assignment. And then I would also like a verbal description of what you have. After you draw your diagram, you'll probably only have like 4 or 5 boxes. You might have like a main character. So that'd be 2, and then maybe enemies or whatever it is you're picking up, or it could grow a little bit. They don't have to be super complex. But when you submit it, we'll work on it. I will be much more detail oriented when I look at this and give you feedback. We may even set like a video call, so if y'all are interested in that, let me know, to hone it, because I'm going to be passing it off to the year 3 students, and I don't want to give them something that looks confusing. I'd rather help you guys make a really good product on our end, and then we hand it to them, and it looks amazing for them. So that's our goal. That's a detailed design. I will leave you on this page just to let you know like what it generally is. All these shapes connecting, don't worry about it. If you want to Google it, cool. Be super impressive to me if you figure that out, but I'm not gonna introduce that chaos into distance learning. So yeah, ask me questions. I'd love to give feedback and interact with you guys. So okay, I'm gonna sign off now.